Alex stared at the mounting bills. Rent, utilities, groceries, the numbers blurred in his tired eyes. He worked long hours as an IT professional, but the salary barely covered their expenses. Sarah, his girlfriend, worked as a waitress, her cheerful smile masking the exhaustion she felt. Their tiny apartment, tucked away in a bustling city corner, felt more like a cage than a home. Sarah entered, her shoulders slumped. "Alex, rough day? Sarah?" "The usual," she sighed, kicking off her shoes. Customers complaining, tips barely enough to cover the bus fare. They ate their simple dinner in silence, the weight of their financial worries pressing down on them. Every month was a struggle to make ends meet, a constant battle against mounting debt and dwindling hope. Alex reached for Sarah's hand, his touch a silent promise. "Alex, we'll figure it out," he whispered, his voice firm despite the uncertainty gnawing at his heart. He knew their situation was taking a toll on their relationship, the constant stress eroding their joy. They had dreams, aspirations, but the harsh reality of their financial struggles threatened to extinguish them. Sarah's family wasn't making things easier. Her parents, well off and accustomed to a life of comfort, couldn't understand why Sarah chose Alex. Sarah's mother, "He's just a simple IT worker," her mother would scoff, her voice laced with disdain. "You deserve someone who can provide for you, give you a life of luxury," her words stung, creating a rift between Sarah and her family. The disapproval was evident during their infrequent visits. Cold stares, thinly veiled insults, and constant comparisons to wealthier acquaintances made Sarah dread these family gatherings. Alex, always polite and respectful, bore the brunt of their judgment. He felt like an outsider, constantly being measured against an unattainable standard. The tension between Sarah and her parents created a strain on her relationship with Alex. She felt torn between the love for her family and her loyalty to the man who stood by her side despite their struggles. The constant criticism chipped away at her confidence, making her question her own choices. One evening, while browsing online job postings, Alex stumbled upon an intriguing opportunity. A renowned tech company was seeking a skilled programmer for a project with potential for growth. He felt a surge of excitement, a glimmer of hope in the darkness of their current situation. This could be their chance, their ticket to a better life. He spent hours perfecting his application, meticulously crafting his resume and highlighting his skills. Days turned into weeks as he anxiously awaited a response, each passing moment filled with anticipation and dread. Sarah, though skeptical at first, couldn't help but share his optimism. The possibility of a change, of escaping their financial burdens, was too alluring to ignore. Finally, an email arrived. His heart pounded in his chest as he clicked it open, his eyes scanning the words. He had been shortlisted for an interview. A wave of relief washed over him, followed by a surge of determination. This was his shot, and he was going to give it his all. The interview went better than he could have imagined. He confidently answered technical questions, showcasing his knowledge and passion. The interviewers were impressed by his skills and his drive. Leaving the building, Alex felt a renewed sense of hope. He had done his best, and now all he could do was wait. Days turned into a week, then 2. Just when his hope began to dwindle, the phone rang. It was the tech company offering him the job. The salary was beyond anything he had ever dreamed of, enough to change their lives completely. Overwhelmed with joy, he could barely speak. "Alex, yes, I accept." His voice choked with emotion. He rushed home, eager to share the incredible news with Sarah. She was stunned, tears welling up in her eyes as she listened to him describe the opportunity. This was it, their chance to finally break free from the shackles of their financial struggles. They embraced, their hearts filled with a mix of relief, gratitude, and overwhelming joy. Their lives transformed overnight. They moved out of their cramped apartment and into a beautiful house with a garden. For the first time, they had space, a place they could truly call home. They could afford to buy new clothes, enjoy weekend getaways, and indulge in simple pleasures they had long denied themselves. The weight of financial stress lifted, replaced by a sense of freedom and security. Alex thrived in his new role, his skills recognized and appreciated. He was challenged, inspired, and motivated to grow. His passion for technology blossomed, and he found himself surrounded by talented colleagues who shared his interests. Work was no longer a source of anxiety, but a fulfilling pursuit that brought him satisfaction and purpose. Sarah quit her waitressing job, finally free from the demanding hours and unkind customers. She enrolled in a design course, pursuing a long-held dream of creating beautiful things. Her creativity flourished, and she found joy in expressing herself through art. Their days were filled with laughter, shared dreams, and a deep appreciation for the new life they had built together. News of their success reached Sarah's parents. Their initial disbelief gave way to a grudging admiration. They could no longer deny Alex's capabilities, his ability to provide for their daughter. An invitation for dinner arrived, a gesture of reconciliation after years of judgment and disapproval. The dinner was awkward at first, years of tension lingering in the air, but as they shared stories of their new life, of their happiness and achievements, the walls began to crumble. Sarah's father, his face softened, extended a hand to Alex. "I was wrong about you," he admitted, his voice sincere. "You've proven yourself to be a good man, worthy of my daughter." Sarah's mother, her eyes filled with tears, embraced her daughter. "I'm so happy for you, sweetheart," she whispered. "I just wanted what I thought was best for you." The apology, long overdue, brought a sense of closure and healing. The past, with its hurt and misunderstandings, was finally laid to rest. Later that evening, as they drove home, Sarah turned to Alex, her eyes filled with gratitude. "I'm so sorry for everything my parents put you through," she said, her voice thick with emotion. "You never deserved their judgment, their constant criticism." She reached for his hand, her touch conveying the depth of her love and appreciation. "It's okay," Alex replied, squeezing her hand reassuringly. "What matters now is that we're happy, that we have each other." He understood the pressure she had faced, the weight of her family's expectations. He had never blamed her for their behavior, knowing her heart belonged with him. The disapproval they had endured had only strengthened their bond, forging a resilience and determination that would serve them well in the years to come. They had faced adversity together, emerging stronger and more united than ever before. The future stretched before them, filled with possibilities and the promise of a love that had weathered the storms and emerged triumphant. They stood on the balcony of their new home, the city lights twinkling beneath them. The air was filled with the scent of jasmine, a sweet reminder of the beauty that surrounded them. They had come a long way from their days of struggle and uncertainty, their journey a testament to the power of love, perseverance, and a little bit of luck. "What do you see in our future?" Sarah asked, her voice soft and filled with hope. Alex smiled, his eyes reflecting the twinkling city lights. "I see us building a life together," he replied, his voice filled with love and conviction. "A life filled with happiness, success, and maybe even a family of our own." They had faced their challenges head-on, emerging stronger and more united than ever before. Their story, a tale of love and triumph, served as a reminder that even in the darkest of times, hope could bloom, and dreams, no matter how distant, could be realized.